Now, interesting here, today I've seen chief propagandist to President William Samoei Ruto, that is one and only Dennis Itumbi, has come up with some post with the headline, Bold Ruto, no new taxes. And he's trying to imply, June is around the corner. He's trying to imply that this time round the executive is not going to levy any new taxes to Kenyans. Do you think that is going to happen? Anyway, time will tell. These are some of the things that Itumbi has highlighted onto his page on how President William Samoei Ruto is going to relieve Kenyans from the burden of taxes. Number one, no new taxes introduced. President Ruto proposes a bold budget with no new taxes aimed at easing cost of living pressure and restoring public confidence. Massive spending. Government to implement aggressive spending cuts to keep the budget deficit below 4.5% of GDP. Crackdown on tax cheats. Focus on sealing tax loopholes and cracking down on refuge cartels. Use of data analytics and tighter audit to trace suspicious refund claims. Treasury discretionary powers on refunds to be curtailed. Worker and private sector relief. Tax-free per diem allowance for private employees to rise from 2,000 Kenya shillings to 10,000 Kenya shillings. Employers required to calculate all tax deductions at salary payment stage for accuracy. Digital economy. 1.5% digital service tax to be scrapped. New significant economic presence framework to task multinational platforms. Crypto tax rate halved from 3% to 1.5% to attract fintech innovation. Legal and administrative. Overhaul of tax tribunal system to fast-track dispute resolutions. Strict penalties for failure to file or delay tax returns. Lastly, strategic aviation incentive. Aircraft spare parts for repair and maintenance to be exempted from tax to boost Kenya's aviation sector. I think hapo on aviation sector ange-exempt spare parts, because spare parts people use cars. Mwananchi wa kawaida akitaka kusaidia mwananchi wa kawaida ange-exempt tax on spare parts, because many Kenyans use matatus, buses, unlike those who use aircrafts. So your tax exemption bada amewekea wadosi hapo. He would have exempted the common mwananchi on the spare parts, because spare parts za matatu, Uber, hizo ndio zenye zinatumika sana. But aircraft, na watu wangapi wanatumia aircraft? A very small percentage, less than 1% of Kenyans use aircrafts on their day-to-day needs. But angeka kwa matatu hizi spare parts za Shark, za Probox are exempt. That is what will lower the cost of living, as President William Samoei Ruto implies. But President William Samoei Ruto always speaks boldly, speaks good, speaks very interesting things. But actualization is where the problem starts checking in. Let's see if he's going to actualize this. I think that is just but my brief analysis as per President William Samoei Ruto's propagandist, Dennis Itumbi. I think that is up we have for now. For this and many more, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Lord Aboga TV. Remember to press the notification bell so that whenever we come up with this interesting political content, YouTube will automatically notify you. Goodbye.